What's up, family? Hey, I want to have a real heart-to-heart with you guys today. I was talking to my sister this morning, and we were just talking about some of the things that we went through as a kid, you know what I mean? And just laughing and just how it affected us, you know what I mean? And it's crazy because men, this is for you, for the most part, you know what I mean? And women is for you also, but mostly this is for men. Stay with me, I'm going somewhere. Because women, you have a natural tendency to want to talk. You have a natural inclination to share your feelings and share your stories with your friends and your siblings and all those other people. You know what I mean? You have a natural inclination to want to get on the phone and to have a heart-to-heart with your girlfriend or somebody and just pour out your soul. You know what I mean? Guys, for the most part, we don't have that. You know what I mean? We don't have that. You know, and because we've been taught and told from childhood, you know what I mean? If you talking about your feelings, you talking about your emotionals, that's some sissy stuff, that's some sap stuff, that's some sucker stuff, you know, that's bitch shit. You know, we hit all these different labels, you know what I mean? That's girly girl stuff, man. You've been effeminate, you've been a punk, you've been all this other stupid stuff, right? And so guys, we're programmed not to talk about our feelings. Since we were kids, we've been programmed not to deal with our emotions. You know what I mean? And women, for the most part, man, it's okay. It's accepted. It's embraced. And you naturally do that. Guys, we hold it in. You know what I mean? Until we explode. Stay with me. I'm going somewhere. And so what happens is, for the most part, we grow up and we've never learned how to have these intimate conversations. We've never learned how to share our deepest fears and our deepest concerns. You know what I mean? And so you get in a relationship with somebody and you don't know how to have this conversation. You don't know how to deal with this. You know what I mean? You have all these thoughts, all these feelings going through your head, and we've been taught to suppress them. We've been taught to ignore them. You know what I mean? So we drink, we smoke, we do all kinds of other stuff to distract us. You know what I mean? And so when we get in these relationships and these women are wanting to have these conversations, man, we ain't got time for that. Man, you've been emotional, you've been, you know, I can't deal with this. You know, you've been dramatic, you doing the most and blah, 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 blah. Man, how come you just can't talk to me normal? You know, talk to me like a homie, talk to me like my boys. You know what I mean? She ain't your boys, she ain't your homie, you know what I mean? So she can't talk to you like that. And if she did talk to you like that, you really don't want her. You know what I mean? I'm just being real. You really don't want her to be like that. You know what I mean? You don't want her to become hard like that. You say you do because you don't know any better. You know what I mean? And so we have to learn, men, we have to learn, man, how to deal with our issues. You know what I mean? And so, man, when you get on these videos, man, or you see different people talking, it's like, man, thank you for sharing this, man, thank you, you know, all this other stuff, man, that's exactly what I'm dealing with, man, that's exactly what I'm going through, man, I dealt with that, man, I'm struggling with that, blah, 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 blah. Man, family, when you share your story, when you share your feelings, when you share your thoughts and your concerns and your fears, man, you empower everybody else to. Fellas, when you open up and you have these intimate conversations and you share your most intimate thoughts and feelings, it don't make you a punk. You know what I mean? But we've been programmed to believe that that makes us punk. That makes us a sissy. That makes us weak. A weak person hides their feelings. A strong person is able to share their feelings without any concern what other people can think. They're not tripping off what everybody else is saying. They're not tripping off what everybody else think. They're able to share their feelings and express themselves in a healthy manner without getting tripped up over them. You know what I mean? Man, family, we have to learn how to stand up and be accounted for. You know what I mean? We have to learn how to reclaim our voice in a healthy manner without being indignant, without being disrespectful, without minimizing and belittling others. We have to learn how to share our feelings and our thoughts in a manner that's healing. Because, family, there's a power that comes in speaking your voice. There's healing that comes in speaking your voice. When you suppress that and you hold that in, man, you get sick. There's a sickness there. There's an emotional sickness, you know what I mean? That oftentimes leads to physical sickness. Family, we have to learn how to reclaim our voice. And so often it's a trip when you think about it. As men, we could go to sporting arenas, you know what I mean? And you see it all the time. You know, again, I'm a diehard Lakers fan. I'm a diehard Raiders fan. You know what I mean? I'm a San Francisco Giants fan. When you go to these arenas, you go to these stadiums, you see these grown men yelling and screaming and cheering on their teams. You know, they're all emotional. Man, they're crying because they won the championship. They're mad and they're angry when they lose a game. We get emotional over our teams. Man, to the point where some of us, we're ready to fight. You know what I mean? We get emotional over our teams. And we show and we wear that emotion. But yet when it comes to our kids, yet when it comes to our women, we don't know how to be emotional. We don't know how to share these feelings. We don't know how to share these thoughts. How you doing?
How are you?
Good, thank you. We don't know how to share these thoughts with our women in our lives. And so we get all twisted up because we've never been taught how to be balanced. We've never been taught how to have these conversations, how to share our feelings in a healthy way. And when we do it, man, the women for the most part now, they look at you as a sap. They look at you as a sucker. They look at you as a punk. Because they've never been with a man that can be balanced like that. They've never been with a stable man. You know what I mean? They've never been with a real strong man. An emotionally, spiritually, intellectually strong man who's able to talk about their feelings and their emotions and not give a crap what anybody thinks. Women, for the most part, aren't used to dealing with that. And so when they do see that and they experience that, they want to look at you as a punk. Man, it is what it is. They're twisted. They ain't got nothing to do with you, fellas. They're damaged emotionally. That ain't got nothing to do with you. Be you, but be genuine, be open, be transparent, be open in the aspect that, man, you know what? You got it. You can share your thoughts. You can share your feelings. Man, if you're scared, you can say that you're scared. If you got some concerns, you can share that you got some concerns. You know what I mean? Don't allow these twisted women to get you all caught up. And to thinking that, man, you got to be Billy Badass and you got to be tough and you can't share your feelings and you can't vocalize the fact that, man, you got some concerns about the economy. You got some concerns about your finances. You got some concerns about your health and whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. You know what I mean? You got some concerns about her actions. You got some concerns about how she getting down. You know what I mean? Man, family, we got to grow up. We got to grow up. And women, on the flip, man, when you come across a man that's able to do that stuff, shut the hell up and let him be a man. You ain't never been a man. You ain't never been around a real man, so you don't know how to be a man. And society and TV and all these stupid, insecure people got you twisted into thinking a man is going to sit there and pay all your bills and do all this stupid stuff for you. You know what I mean? Man, we got to understand who we are. We got to understand who we are. Women, for the most part, honest, we going to be real. Most women right now ain't ready for a real man. Most women right now ain't ready for an intellectual, mature, stable, spiritual man. And most guys ain't ready for that type of woman. If we keep it real. I don't care how woke you think you are. I don't care how spiritual you think you are. 9 times out of 10, everybody that I talk to that call me up talking about, man, they're in a relationship. Man, they want to be in a relationship. Everybody that hit me up talking to me, man, they're not emotionally and spiritually ready for a relationship. They're not, whether they're a guy or female, they're not ready for one. Ain't got nothing to do with your age. You're not ready for one. And yet because you think you're such an age, you think you got this amount of money, you think your biological time clock is ticking, and you think you're supposed to be in a relationship because everybody else is in a relationship, so you jump in a relationship. And you're damaged goods. You ain't emotionally ready for a relationship. You ain't spiritually ready for a relationship. You ain't intellectually ready for a relationship. And so what happens is we end up hurting each other because you're damaged and you don't realize how damaged you are. You're messed up intellectually. You're messed up emotionally, and you ain't even dealt with your issues yet. You don't even know how to deal with your issues. And so you go into this relationship and you impose and you inflict that other person with all the trauma and drama that's been inflicted on you. All the pain and suffering that you've gone through, you're now inflicting that on the other person. There's a saying all over social media: unhealed people bleed out on people that never caused their pain. Unhealed people bleed out and leak on people that's there to try to help them, and they lash out on them because they're unhealed. And so what I see, just in my experience, what I see in my talking to other people, what I see in me counseling and mentoring other people, you get a guy that's emotionally stable, that knows how to deal with this stuff. He's in a relationship with a woman that's not, and she has unresolved issues. You know what I mean? And so she'll inflict emotional damage on this guy, and he'll leave that relationship damaged. He came in healthy. Now he's damaged. And he'll go out and hook up with a woman who's a good woman, who loves him, adores him, respects him, cherishes him, blah, blah, blah. But he's damaged now because some other psychotic woman wasn't ready for him, and she messed him up emotionally. And because he hasn't dealt with that issue, now he jumps in this other relationship damaged. And now he imposes or inflicts all that damage on this other woman who meant him no harm. All she wanted to do was love him. All she wanted to do was cherish him. All she wanted to do was respect him. All she wanted to do was love on him. But because he's damaged, now he's hurt her. And the cycle keeps repeating. Women do the same thing. Hurt people hurt people. Family, we have to grow up. We have to grow up. And we have to understand the reality is, man, we got to heal ourselves. We got to fix ourselves. I see people that's knee deep in religion. Again, I have nothing against religion. Do you? Do what you want to do. I don't care. You know what I mean? It's your life, your journey. But I see people knee deep in religion that hit me up from all over the country, hitting me up, talking to me, crying out to me about their issues in regards to this relationship. And they're deep in religion, and they don't have the answer how to resolve this. They're giving a bunch of scripture, they're giving a bunch of dogma, they're giving a bunch of cliches, but they're not giving the answers of how to fix their issues. How to resolve their issues. That's why divorce in Christianity is just as rampant as it is in the quote-unquote world. That's why relationships are crumbling in religion just like they are outside of religion. Because it's not about religion. You can't go to religion to fix your problems. You have to do that yourself. You have to fix your own issues. You have to be honest with yourself. You have to understand where their issues originated. And you have to understand that you're not perfect. You're not ever going to be perfect in this lifetime. It is what it is. You're never going to be perfect in this lifetime. I don't care how much religion you got. I don't care how much Jesus you got. You're not going to be perfect in this lifetime. Your spouse, your significant other is not going to be perfect in this lifetime. Get that through your head. It is what it is. We have to learn how to open up. We have to learn how to talk to each other in a respectful manner. We have to learn how to create a safe environment for us to communicate without feeling like we're going to be judged. Everybody's talking about world peace. Family, get that illusion out your head. There's not going to be any world peace. You can't have world peace without individual peace. What do I mean? Without each of us having our own peace of mind and our own joy, there can never be peace and joy for the entire world. As long as individuals have chaos and drama in their lives, there's always going to be global chaos and drama. World peace has to start within ourselves. It has to come from within. It can't be something imposed. This is why religion doesn't work. Religion can't impose world peace. Religion can usher in world peace. The only thing that can do that is by us coming to peace within ourselves. Is by us dealing with our issues. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. How do you bring about world peace? You don't do it by imposing stupid laws and dogma. You bring about world peace by each individual being peaceful, each individual being loving, each individual being non-judgmental, each individual learning how to be tolerant and accepting. You don't have to think like me. You don't have to believe in everything I believe in. Men, my hope and prayer is that you find the courage to be able to go within and deal with your issues. My hope and prayer is that you find the courage to be able to sit down with your wife, your spouse, and to become open and transparent with them. That you're able to sit down with your kids and become open and transparent with them. Tell them your fears, tell them your concerns, tell them your imperfections. Be real with them. Be raw with them. Let them know that, man, you haven't always been perfect. You're not going to be perfect. And give them peace of mind knowing that, man, they don't have to be perfect. Let them know that, man, they're going to make some mistakes. Get up, dust yourself off, and learn the lesson and move on. Family, women, men, may we learn to love ourselves. May we become real with ourselves. May we become transparent with ourselves. May we allow ourselves to be truly, genuinely real. And may we be able to accept and embrace all of our faults, all of our character defects, and accept them in others as well, knowing that none of us are perfect. May we speak and open up and become emotionally balanced with each other to empower others to do the same. I love you guys. Happy healing. Peace.